Hello and welcome to another episode of Victoria 3. We have a whole bunch of things going on, but I just want to once again look around on the world stage, see some ugly border gore here in America, North America that is. South America's looking fine, though Brazil seems to have eaten something. And Peru, Bolivia combined, which is very cool, and Chile out-colonized Argentina, but none of that. Oh, and also the scramble for Africa has begun. Great Britain, France, and all that. But down here, we can actually see Italy is unified. Very cool. And Prussia is at war with Russia. So, Prussia being the world's fourth great power, Prussia being the fifth, we're down at 29. We started at 14, but we didn't get to industrialize like the rest of the world. We're too isolated right now. That's what we need for our economy, I think, next is to open up, but that's besides the point. This Russian army is, like, adding up to an insane amount of battalions here. That's like 800 versus Prussia's less than 300. And if we actually click on the diplomacy and the war, we can actually see that 165 to 300 on the Westphalia Perm front. Westphalia Estonia front, 69 to 138. I don't know why they're telling the Japanese all this detailed information about their war, but it's great. You know, we can see the overall numbers up here, what have you. The dead, oh my god, there is a lot of dead. The cost of war is about the same for both, but the Prussians are getting away with murder, because murder is just killing when it's war. And not only that, despite the outnumbering and everything, they are winning the war and occupying territory. So we'll have to keep our eyes on Prussia. They've also done a great job of consolidating the North Germans, so very cool. Anyways, here in Japan, still working on a couple of things. Interestingly, we could go to a theocracy. That's not what we want. We do want to go into some sort of parliamentary system, I would think. But to do that, we could use the samurai, but likely we'll need the intelligentsia to be a part of it. Unfortunately, it would radicalize the shogunate and stuff, so that would be not good. But anyways, it's a whole thing. We have quite a few policies to look at here. People want to turn off colonial affairs. I'm not for that. Serfdom abolished. They want that stuff back. Uh-oh, boo-boo. Per capita, they want to reduce the the taxation. Not gonna happen. Professional army to peasant levy is a little bit interesting. It does reduce the amount of armed force political strength. I don't know that I love it. I don't like in peasant levies that most officer qualifications originate from aristocrats. That's kind of meh. It's kind of meh. National militia, mass conscript. It's a whole thing. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to jump into some off-screen work here, identifying what we want to do next. A lot of interesting choices. But right now, our political structure, our government, that is the shogunate and the monks. And they are reactionary as far as I'm concerned in terms of a government. Very popular right now. And I think what we need to do is actually just start bolstering the intelligentsia and samurai and all these other groups that are quite pissed. We need to throw them a bone, give them some good stuff. The fact that so many of these groups are upset is what's really hauling our economy down and leading to this slow down stagnation in GDP. We either need to open our country to foreign trade or further enhance our economy. You can see the great work that we did in those opening years, just investing in our country. Now we're hitting some growing pains as we need more infrastructure, we need more technology, and to make the next big jump, we either need to start trading abroad or updating our production methods, which intensive agriculture is on the way. But also, we should really consider going into society and starting to get modern sewage. Because right now, if I look, we actually have a huge... see all these exclamation marks? Huge infrastructure problems, and that we're overdeveloped for what we have right now. In most regions, we can still develop some other ones pretty well, but you know, we got to do more. Specifically, we need more lumber, I think. I know I keep saying that I'm going to end this summary here, but we need a lot more fabric, a lot more lumber, and groceries remain a hot topic item here. So if we look at our build queue, we have a lot of things being expanded. A lot of tobacco plantations are also looking to get expanded. I might dial back on this. This is because of some auto construction stuff. And then groceries are also high on my list, so I might manually queue one of those up. Anyways, see you soon. All right, so just a status update. We got the rest of our main island, but Britain did get this northern territory. We only got a sliver of it. So I said, you know what? Screw you, Britain. We're going for the little islands. We're going to do the Japan. We're building a bunch of naval bases to make sure we can reinforce if the indigenous populations fight back. But you can already see that we've kind of speckled ourselves around like acne. The British have a lot of the southeast micro-states here, Eastern Polynesia, and obviously the big islands. But we're going to work on all this little stuff. What is around here? Dutch East Indies is working on Papua New Guinea. Perhaps we can get into some of this. Like, I just want to be present on some islands because it might be a good launching point later on. Also, you're a country, Hawaii. Wonder if America gets an event for you, or if we could come by and say, hey, we're interested in having Hawaii as a Japanese location. But anyways, we'll see what this does. And I'm also like excited to see about these like sea nodes. Like, we have a shipping lanes to Kanto, so like now we're gonna be able to ship down into here, presumably, and use some convoys to, I don't know, extract resources. There's like bananas down here that we don't have at home is the main thing. Coffee is the other thing. You know, bringing some more luxury products might up the quality of life of our people without really doing that much, because lately it's been up and down with their wealth. And that's why I want to open up for trade. But for now, since we can't go for trade, let's go for colonies. Is that another colony here? Anyways, we'll step in soon. All we're doing, we're trying to like expand aggressively, but I'm not trying to click on every location at the same time. A, I don't want to fight the British, but B, the more you have active, the longer it takes to actually get individual land. So I'd rather have the most of one state rather than less. Also, look at this, intensive agriculture. Loving it. Now we can get to some industrialization in our production methods of our farms. Let's go. Okay, so first, we revolutionized the sawmill. Second, we revolutionized the iron and the tools. Fourth, we revolutionized paper and education and social programs. Fourth, we're about to revolutionize soil. And by that I mean farming. Very, very happy to go for some farming. Look at the difference between wheat farms and per level. The rice farms are doing way more. Fig orchard versus citrus orchard. Ah, I see. Anyway, so to do this though, we know we're going to need a lot, and I mean a lot of fertilizer. And we just don't have that right now. And we have a lot of buildings going on right now. I'm letting the economy kind of auto upgrade itself based on what industries are profitable, what things are going on. That paired with our population growth rate, which is now going better because of our healthcare services. You can see it was basically a flat line, then whoop, is helping our economy get back on track. We had quite a few years of stagnation. Things went in and out. We have a lot of upset political parties. If we could get like the peasants back into honest work, if we could get the intelligentsia back into avant-garde, if we could get, you know, noblesse oblige, a lot of these things would help our economy grow tremendously. It's just right now the only way of doing that is by passing laws that they want. And I don't want them to have any of the laws. I don't want to abolish my schools and stuff. Yes, education causes the minimum standard expected to change. You can see that the literacy of these pops is driving it up by a couple. I don't know why it's saying not applicable. Maybe because I just loaded the game up again. but it looks like it's going to be 7 for this group, and then another 16 here. So that's our biggest problem. Look, 80% literacy at the middle strata. That's awesome, but because of that, they expect a better quality of life. So we need to improve that. Maybe if I give it a week. There we go. Just giving it a 1 week tick is often enough. We can't see our historicals though, because it only gives you historicals for some reason for what you've played that day. Though we also have super high levels of taxation to fund the amount of industrialization we're doing. So we're keeping everybody poor as we build up the country, which is not necessarily that good. But anyways, let's get started. Next series of buildings that we're going to be looking for is the, resources or industry. We need chemical plants. See, it's a little plant. It's a little plant. And we're going to go up here. We're going to start developing some northern locations. Again, it won't be profitable, it's saying, because there's nothing going on. But it's going to be fine. We need iron and we need sulfur. Interesting. So that means that in resources, we also need sulfur mines. Let's actually start developing this northern province up here. Because every other region we have has sulfur, yes, but it's a little bit difficult to extract. And then let's go ahead and put these to the top of the queue and see what happens. Still advancing our paper mills and stuff. Just a quick market look. Huge problems in fabric. That's how it is. Lumber at least is a little bit better. Though we can't see the historical again. Maybe on the next tick we load some of these in. Yeah, there we go. Now can I look at the historical standards of living here? Shogunate. Yeah, so we've actually been slowly coming down in some of these. These individual ones have been pretty... The thing about Japan is that your population is so high. Like, if you were playing as, let's say, Canada, right? Your population is relatively low. So if you industrialize, you're actually going to employ probably everybody in your state. You only have 100,000 people here, right? 100,000. And then, sure, maybe down in Quebec here, they have more or less. But 4 million total, right? In our capital region that we've been building up, we have double that. And that's one of our locations. Like, it's... that and 4 million was their whole country. So for us, it's quite crazy in the sense that, like, with all the infrastructure and buildings that we're doing, we can't even tax our whole population. And at least this number is much better than it used to be, but my God. We also would like to improve infrastructure in our country, which is why the next technology for us is actually going to be modern sewage. +5 sector or construction sector, that's fine. I don't really care. But the 0.05 infrastructure from population, I think that is going to be massive. Amount of state infrastructure for every 10,000 pops, right? So if we times that by 100, right? That's 5 infrastructure that we gain for every 1 million pops. So in a lot of our provinces, we're going to be getting between 20 and 30 more free infrastructure from that alone, and then more maximum infrastructure. So I'm not sure. Maybe right now we're already at the maximum infrastructure. Capped maximum value, 10 from pops. So realistically, we're going to get 10. We're going to get 10 infrastructure. But that's still great. That's still a lot. You can see that in this 55, we get 3 from base and then 2 from coastal. Am I not running road maintenance? I am. Why is road maintenance not... Like, road maintenance should give 25% more infrastructure. Was that not reflected here? Oh, I'm clicked on the one over. That's why. You have 82. 25 from road maintenance, 25 from market capital. Anyways, I hope you're happy. We're going to tell you how things go as we build out these sulfur and chemical plants. Immediately, they're going to be unprofitable, and then we're going to start shifting some some production lines over. In particular, our wheat farms, because we only have 2 of them. And then we'll slowly work our way to get ready for these rice farms. What's this? Oh, we can subsidize our food industries. Interesting. I forgot about that. We don't want to do that, though. What's this? Textile mills. Some of them are not happy. We may have overbuilt some. And I'd love to go into motors and steel and stuff. We have some baseline for that. And our arms industry. Why are you so poor? And it's because the weapons are dirt cheap. You know what? One more thing I'll do on camera here then is we'll go into our development and we'll go into our barracks here. And you can see here we have line infantry. We're going to take another base of ours. That's going to shoot up the value of small arms. However, then the small arms factory is going to work harder and things are going to go well. Basically, the small arm production will grow to match what our army is requesting. Let's just go and confirm that that is in fact the case. And all of a sudden we have a productive industry. Yes, it's productive because us as the state is buying the small arms, but we're also improving our army in different ways. So that's really cool. Anyways, moving on. Any other things? Flotillas in reserve. Good to know. Support more declared interest. Starts have turmoil. Why do you have turmoil? Why do you have turmoil? Radical pops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Radicalized pops are increasing because of our super high taxation. We could suppress it. We could do a lot of things. Maybe we start with some emergency relief. What's a welfare payment? We don't have welfare payments right now, so I'm gonna look into this off screen. Don't worry about it. So another interesting debate. We're halfway through converting our farming over, which is doing good things for the economy. But what do we have here? The interest group Shogunate and Buddhist monk. The Buddhist monks have a cruel commander, and the industrialists have a arrogant one. I want him to die to be a better industrialist representative, but I also want this guy to stay in because I don't like the Buddhist monks having a cruel person. 50%. They both die. Lower popularity. Should ban dueling. I don't actually care about the shogunate too much right now. Having some more happiness from the industrialists won't be enough to make them... Or the intelligentsia. We should do it to the intelligentsia because right now they are quite upset. I want to get them out of having this negative for us. Not that I really care about our prestige that much, but you know, it'd be nice to try and fix it. So anyways, right now the big thing that we're doing is we're going through and converting our farms over. Actually, I think it looks like we can do the last ones now, but what you'll see is if I close these out, if I go over to my plant here, that's gonna lead to some major shortages, I would expect, but that's fine. We have a chemical plant here, and we are digging up a lot of sulfur over here, and we're going to continue to dig it out and industrialize. Now, how much infrastructure is in this state? Oh, plenty. So this will also be a location where we get chemical plants, because we do need to industrialize all of our regions. Shikoku is in turmoil right now, but it's not impacting us as much because we have this modifier called violent suppression that's limiting the impacts of that. Don't worry about it. We're just letting people know that they don't have to be so angry all the time. They could be less angry. Also, with that recent change, our grain is now cheaper. Look at the price of grain over the last, like, year, right? Just coming way down. And that should happen to other staple goods, right? Like sugar, for instance. Oh, these boys are expensive. But we just started that industry, so it makes sense. Sugars. Sugars are they're expensive, but they're not that bad. Okay, well, let's have a look here at our buildings. And right now we are focusing on sugar production on these farms. What about livestock? Intensive grazing, we can move you over as well. And it'll get us more fabric. The atmospheric engine is also cool, but doesn't really do much for us because we actually like... Oh, actually, wait. It's the same amount. It's just that we're employing machinists instead of laborers. The problem is that we don't actually need more coal. What if we just made everyone use the atmospheric pump? I don't know. I do think that we need more livestock ranches, though, because our boy here, fabric, is just so wild. We just need more of it. Oh, campaign financing. Shogunate gets financing. Imperial Rule Party, no thank you. I don't want Imperial Rule Party in anymore. We have gone through enough stagnation in our politics that Imperial Rule, we want reform. Get out of here. Agrarian is fine, but reform is best. Intelligentsia, I'm looking at you. Industrialist, you would also be really nice. I wish. 200 authority. I can bolster 2 groups now. Cool. I don't know when we got more, but that should help. Not the samurai. Anyway, so we're now... Actually, one more thing. Now how bad is it? Yeah, look at this. Sulfur, very, very expensive. But at least the chemicals are under control. So let's keep the development. Lots of building here. Sulfur mines, chemical plants... More farms. Loving it. We're making bank. Look at the GDP. We've righted the ship. We had a little growing pain there for a second, but now we're continuing to grow. Though we need more administration and infrastructure, but we've got the technology on the way for that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. We have a lot of people upset with us, but it's actually coming down ever since we violently started oppressing them, which is good. Good. And notably, what we're going to be looking to do is actually lower the tax amount. Right now, we still have a little bit of debt that we've been burning down. And then we can finally level out the budget. It would put us in the negative right now, so I'm not sure exactly what we want to do. But who knows? Maybe this will help. More nationalism means that we actually have, all of a sudden, enough to tax something like tobacco, for instance, and then we lower the tax rate, and we're still at the same point. We're still hitting the pops that want to consume tobacco pretty badly, but it is what it is. And now the industry is ready, or the government is ready. I would like to get you out of here, despite the fact that you're so popular. Oh, God. No, I mean, we really can't. Like, it's a legitimacy problem, and it's really a problem. I could just live a life of low legitimacy, but I think that's actually going to lead to some problems. Why? Like, I don't want this. I don't want this, but I don't know what we're going to do about it because there's nothing I can do. And it's really hampering our laws here until those parties become more happy, and that's not happening. Like, crap. As our people get more and more educated, there is a chance that they get more and more politically motivated. So we look into our populations here. Like, we want you to be politically active, even if you're for the peasants. Specifically, if you're a machinist, that would be huge. The bureaucrats, look at all these bureaucrats. Like the intelligentsia, I thought would be in there. Industrialists, let's go. But instead, it's just not how it's working out, you know? It's just not working. It's really all going to the shogunate. And even the Buddhist monks, like, ay. And one of the things that's hurting us is actually our Medicare program. So we need to figure a way around this. We really do. I don't know what it is yet, but we need to figure it out. And oh my god, it could not have come at a better time. Modern sewage. And just like that, our infrastructure capacity has gone way up. It's not even enough, right? It's not even enough. But like, holy geez, 60 from POPs, let's go. With the places where we're running road maintenance policies, it's helping a lot as well. But that just means that we can grow our economy that much more. We could, I was looking at the technology, we're being spread identification documents right now, which is more taxation efficiency. That could be pretty massive in helping our country. But I think that the first thing that we need to do is probably go for baking soda. Maybe we can just, I think we should burn down the glassworks industry. We need to industrialize our country more. And right now that is not, we're just not getting enough of it. So let's burn down some of these projects and be happy that the technology is spreading to us for identification documents, because that's a good freebie to get. All of this stuff is also nice, like psychiatry, minus 5% bureaucratic cost multiplier. Like, I don't know if that impacts this or if that impacts, like, do we get more bureaucracy per unit bureaucracy, or do we get less government wages in the bureaucratic sector? Because right now we're paying these people garbage, and people don't like that. But I don't know what to do about it. So we're chilling for now, trying to keep our money positive. We've had some ups and downs, but now it's time to kind of straighten the ship a little bit. Okay, I've been looking around. We're now kind of creating, we're looking for more ways to expand. We've gone and like grabbed a bunch of little islands the way Japan loves to do, and now we're looking here, and I wouldn't mind grabbing Papua and Sulawesi, but at the same time I was looking at what types of plays we can make, right? And oh, we can already start this one. Perfect. Now it says we can start 2. I think that it must be looking about Western Australia here. There's a little sliver that we can snake. Is the fact that, why can't I go for you? Oh, I need quinine. Maybe we should think about getting that then to get into here. But there's a diplomatic play here. We might be able to make a vassal state out of Brunei. They only have 2 divisions, so I think we can do it. Maybe we can even just conquer state. The problem is, there's so many great powers in the area that might look to, you know, join either side. So let's, we might have to step down, okay? Reducing the relationship with 25 countries. Oh. Let's try it. Let's see what happens if we do this play. And see if a lot of people are chilling. We got glass technologies here. We can back down, but it's causing problems. Why are they cocky? Oh, gold reserves. I don't care about that. I'll go into a bunch of debt to ruin you. And there's the Great Britain. And now they're going to force our markets open. War reparations, 10% of their treasury income for 60 months. That's god awful. But an open market, I mean, this might be worth it. This might shatter our economy, but let's see what happens. We just broke the game in sharing our market now. So what does this mean for us? Members. Does this mean I can make trade? Can I make trade actions? Import, export? I literally have no idea. Apparently, why can't I can go ask for import and export routes now. I think we just snuck a way of opening our country for the cost of 10% of our economy for 5 years. That's kind of garbage, not gonna lie. Diplomatic Pax is costing us 15k right now, but that may have been worth it. We learned a little something about trying to just force our way in somewhere. What do you have, Siamese market? Like, we can see that they are super low on services, and we have tons of those. So I wonder if we're even able to trade services. Like, why does it say establish coal trade route? Why can't I do this anywhere? Did it not change our law? Trade policy isolationism. We should be on free trade, no? Why didn't it change? What? I don't get it. I don't understand. I'm gonna look into this stuff and be back. Yeah, so I must have misunderstood, and we did not get the free trade out of that, unfortunately. Which I was quite excited about. I've been trying to open up our freaking country to trade here. But nobody wants it, except the industrialists and the intelligentsia. But nobody wants to let them get into power. So maybe next election cycle we just throw them in one way or the other. But I really was excited to maybe not join another market, but at least create some trade routes, you know? Maybe, I don't know, like I'm afraid of like joining the trade markets of other countries, like here, for instance, in in the Qing dynasty. Like, they need services, that's great, but they're also facing a huge fabric shortage, right? Is that good for us? Is that bad for us? They want a lot of the things that we want, right? Or actually, no, they have a lot of extra. No, I just sorting this the opposite way. So, you know, it mirrors us for everything except for services, and they don't need that many, just like a K. Here, they do want clippers. We could sell them some clippers. Like, I don't know, maybe we do tie ourselves into one of these markets. Or arms industries would just love it. Hard to say. Really is hard to say. But either way, we're going to keep industrializing. Look at our GDP numbers these days. All of those positive actions are finally paying off. It's an economic miracle. Despite the fact that we're losing, you know, a bunch of our freaking treasury, 15k, to Brunei for some reason. Love it. Hope you're loving it too. We're in another election, ladies and gentlemen, and we are... So tragically, I accidentally, in unpausing Victoria, stopped the recording. And yeah, we're in another election. And what I mean by in an election, Constitutional Party, they did not do awesome. Together, they only have like a quarter of the vote, but we shoved them in. And now that we have them in power, the first law that we're looking to change is actually the parliamentary republic. So this is like a European parliamentary system as opposed to like a presidential one. It's a little bit better if you plan on putting the wrong party in power, like through coalitions and whatnot, as opposed to the head of state thing. So yeah, it also has less different penalties are reduced under this system. So we're excited for it. 20-something% chance of passing. However, things are going to be slow. Also, we've got Revolution Brewing. Enacting laws. So they really do not like this. No, they do not. But let's, I don't really want to go into a civil war. Maybe let this kind of run a little bit. I don't know. what's gonna happen here, but minus 15 is pretty bad, and minus 6 is not so bad. There might be a way to get this party into at least happy. We're really taking away their power right now if we can get this through. So that's what we're really hoping for. It's just a matter of maybe in the budget. No, this only improves the samurai and the intelligentsia. How close is the intelligentsia? They would be propagandist if we would. Propagandist doesn't really help us right now. We're gonna let this ride and hope a revolution doesn't start. How about that? Also, is this one still in revolt and turmoil? It is. Don't worry about it. Okay, so don't worry about it. But if you look at this, this is the progress to revolution, and it is a little bit too much. But we can give industrialists the credit of recognition of an accomplishment. So at least now they'll have more stuff, but we cannot pass this law right now without causing a revolution. Let's see what that does. That ticks us down 1% per week for trying to pass something a little too radical. But that's fine. We got other laws in here. Landed voting, perhaps universal suffrage. That looks like it would also radicalize. What about wealth voting? Can we take one step down the totem pole? One step? This actually looks doable. Wealth voting. And that would remove this political strength from particular groups. I like that, but perhaps there's another law. Like, propertied women is more workforce. That helps with our GDP. Censorship means good things. Technology spread better. But it hurts our suppression and bolstering and stuff. I don't know. I really would like appointed bureaucrats to help out the political strength here. And that's something the shogunate opposes, but it's very endorsed by others. What about down here? Elected. I do like elected. But taxation capacity plus 25% could also be massive. So let's try that out. This might be a little bit less radical. You can see the revolution still coming down. So we just had a major setback in appointed bureaucrats after waiting like a year. And now it's down below 10%. I'm gonna have to cancel this one, ladies and gentlemen. And instead, we're gonna push for... The only reason I'm canceling it is because there are other things that we want. Like, I would love to go away from a monarchy. That's not happening. Landed voting, I mean, I'd love to go for some of this, but 13%, like, it's hard. It's really hard. Propertied women would also be nice. Though the radicalization is just so hard to work with right now. Hard. But no home affairs, secret police, and National Guard. What does this give us? Like, we can really suppress stuff. Secret police, I mean, secret police, am I right? It could really make things happen for us. But no, I think that national supremacy is good because we are very much so cool with our ethno-state. Freedom of conscience, total separation would be nice. What does freedom of conscience give? Political strength to the devout Buddhist. Political strength, total separation means that that would be cool. And that doesn't piss too many people off. And it pulls support away from one of the parties that I'm trying to get rid of. We're also trying to suppress the clout of the shogunate. And it's hard. It's hard. But we're working on it. We're pushing it. They are in the opposition, which makes that difficult. But it is what it is, man. Also, I'm not sure if I mentioned, but just recently we changed all of our production methods of our mines to the atmospheric engine pump. We could do the condensing, but it reduces the total amount of jobs and it just costs too much. But the atmospheric costs a ton of coal, but then we just applied that to the coal mine as well, and that's also been growing our economy. So I mean, you just look at the economy, you can see it growing. You look at our population, it's pretty steadily coming up. We still have some turmoil, we'll say, in some of our states, but overall we're doing okay. And actually we're in, I mean, look at the profit. Look at the profit, Mark. It's like the lie detector every time I say that I like, well, I don't want to say that. Anyways, no, it's been cool. Things are going well. A lot of industrialization happening. A lot of buildings being built. It's crazy that we've been able to sustain this amount of production for so long. I think that things would be better if we could just dial back the taxation even more. We also are out of the woods on those diplomatic payments. 5 years have gone by. So that's really helped our, our status. We could also fund more things. How close is the intelligentsia? +2. They don't really care about the total separation of church and state. Apparently, not enough that they want to give us a big bonus. So we're just chilling. Nobody loves us. Nobody hates us. That's why recently our economy slowed down a little bit, but it's still coming up. When you have everyone on side supporting you, it makes such a huge difference, I have to say. But for now, we chillin'. One of the highest market prices is still coal, but otherwise everything's kind of in that range. We'd love to use more engines and fine art and stuff like that, but there's no real productive uses for it right yet. When we finish identification, will be better. And then we can come in here and start to look at like mechanical tooling, for instance, or better mining with nitroglycerin, maybe better glassworks, and paper bleaching. Look at that. That could be interesting as well. Basically, we need to spend more time in the production side once we're done with this next society research. We've done well in society. Though psychiatry would be nice as well to save a little bit of money. We just don't care about the influence. So that coming to us for free is fine. We need industry, baby. We need lots of industry. But, like, we've been doing it. We've been doing it. We did that first run of industrialization, paused, and then accelerated through a second phase of major industrialization. And what has that done to the standard of living? Well, it's been pretty steadily coming up. It's very hard to move the needle on this one, especially when the middle class took a big hit. I'm not really sure what happened to them. The radicals are coming up steadily. The loyalists are going down steady. That's not good. But that's probably because our government doesn't align to what people voted for. So we're working on it. And then the low legitimacy means that passing new laws is very, very difficult. We're trying, okay? We're pushing. This just goes to show how lucky we were in the early days to be able to push through as many laws as we did at that time. Speaking of which, we literally just got it. Not like literally 2 weeks went by and bam, we got total separation of church and state. How lovely is that? That would normally radicalize, well, it did radicalize the Buddhist monks, but they'll be back. They'll be fine. And then we go into policies and government, and what else do we want to pass? Like, lots of good stuff here. Property women, what scares me is just how bad everybody hates this. It puts the Buddhists into, like, a huge, really sad state. Serfdom, bad. I really want to go for these, but again, the shogunate being in a radical is also bad. We could probably go back for appointed bureaucrats now that we've tried it the first time. And work work on that. That's going to push the intelligentsia more into the happy zone. And identification program. So that should really... Look at the tax! Holy... You know what? Because our tax efficiency is so much better now, we may just lower taxes. And that will help with everything. What happens if we go down? -10 from standard of living decreases. And extra legitimacy. Wow. We don't want to go that low, but that's really going to help stem the tide of radicals as we have lower taxation. We need to do something about this authority, though. I think maybe we can finally turn off road maintenance. And if I do a green pastures campaign, can I do that? Why can't I set decrees out here? Isolated state. Yeah, so right now, because we're an isolated state, no one wants to leave. What do we have to do to get the isolated state gone? Because it's killing us. And is it a separate thing? Like, the trade policy is one thing, but is that the reason why it didn't go? Closed borders? Like, is this disallowed because of something? Like, how do I know? Why can't I do this? Why does... Oh, Shogunate doesn't endorse it, so it's just industrialists. And then protectionism is industrialists. And free trade. So we just need the industrialists. Literally no other party matters. Intelligentsia, you're out. Industrialists, you're being bolstered. You are a market liberal, which is why you're happy with that change. We should push for it. We need to stop being isolated. It's killing... Sorry, it's not killing our economy. Our economy is blowing up. It's cool. But we could be doing so much better. Also, we've infected Australia and done some pushing in here, though there's a lot of bugs. It's difficult here to colonize too much. What's doing down here? Tonga time. Algeria, is that the British? Yes. France is coming in, chilling. Look at France all the way in through here. Orange and Transvaal have showed up. Very, very cool. United States has taken some chunks out of Mexico. Ugly border gore. Holy. Holy, holy, holy. Russia still has Alaska. Russia's still working on its party thing. Oh, does Scandinavia bring everyone in together here? Interesting. They're in the Russian market as well. Maybe we want to be in the Russian market. I don't know. I'm interested. Uh-oh. Somebody died at the dye works. Uh-oh. Are they helping them out? They're calling for helps. Holy crap. Mortality. We all die sooner or later. Or we all die sooner or later. That's not funny. Either way, the mortality is going to happen. But we want to help the trade unions get a little bit better here. There's just no way to grow this party, unfortunately, because the groups that want to take part are not what basically everything is here in our country, which is, you know, peasants. It's just peasants. The map mode, you can see them all highlighting in our country. The capital is really where everyone's at. Just a massive place, massive GDP. I wonder if it's worth going over here. And look at the infrastructure explosion here. Holy jeez. We're well outside of our means here, but it's still improving our economy overall, even though it's hurting market access. So we are continuing to build up. It's just not perfectly efficient, but I mean, it's chilling. It's chilling like a villain. Don't be afraid of it. Just as I ended the recording, a newly formed party in our country. The Free Trade Party. Let's go look. Government. Free Trade Party. The shogunate wants it. They want free trade. Holy... No, wait. Imperial rule is the Buddhists. What the hell? And that's because you are a market liberal. Alright. That's insanity. We have an election going on. Time to stop suppressing the clout of... Look at how much clout they lost by changing party. You need to be suppressed because you have so much clout and you're unhappy. So you're destroying education in this country. I hate it. Thanks, I hate it. Come on. Holy jeez. Let's see what happens. Can we also appoint these bureaucrats, please, before the election's over? That would be cool, but it doesn't seem likely because it takes so long to advance an issue at all. But maybe it'll happen, and even if the election goes by, we may get a success here. Psychiatric, lovely. And then percussion caps. So now we can build munitions plants and rifling. That's very cool. And we did get the appointed bureaucrats. Lovely. That's huge. That's actually huge. So that means that in our production, secular academia is nice. But the government... I mean, look, you guys should all be on that by now. Professional bureaucrats and not hereditary ones. Bye-bye. Holy. This is great. When do we get this? Dialects. We should get dialects if it gives us the philosophy department. That'd be cool. I know I've seen dialects, but I didn't realize it would help. But yeah, holy crap, there we go. There we go. Now that has killed our bureaucracy somehow. That's good to know. So it's time to get more bureaucracy, which is a little bit crazy, but that's just how it is. Maybe by appointing bureaucrats, there was a I don't know. I thought we were going to gain a net improvement, but I guess not. Government admin, let's go. And also, you're going to the top of the list. Or at least two of them. Because we just need this not to be negative, because tax waste is actually awful. Awful, awful, awful. And then in here, let's lower taxes again. I don't want to build up a huge war chest. It doesn't really matter to me. As long as our country is disconnected from the world. So let's just do that. We'll lose a little bit of money. We have a positive balance, so we can do that for a bit. We're not losing very much. Our economy is still growing. We're going to pay a little bit more for paper and stuff. But as this goes away, there's going to be less tax waste. The Free Trade Party. Okay, okay. So reform government. You go out. You come in. And that is massive. That is actually massive. That means that in policies, in laws, in isolation, I'm afraid of free trade. Everybody loves protectionism. The industrialists love mercantilism. Unlocks merchant guild, disallows privately owned. Tariffs. Free trade is low bureaucracy. High trade route competitiveness. Let's try the free trade. This could destroy our country. The peasants will be radicalized. Okay, maybe we protectionism for now. Protectionism first. Also, Shikoku is still very upset with us. I don't know what to do about this. They are struggling. They are unhappy. I don't know what it is about their population that is doing so bad. Apparently, it's the machinists are starving. Why are the machinists starving? Because you have iron mines built out the wazoo and nobody wants your iron right now? Oh, it's because coal's so expensive. Well, maybe we should just make that a government priority to fix our coal situation. You're not even making a huge profit because tools are so expensive. I see. So we found a problem, and we're gonna work to fix it. Raising concerns. Concerns. Well, Buddhist. But they need to accept that we can't please everyone. So let us, now that we're gonna get, well, we need coal. We need to just alternate between coal and tools. And then this textile mill was close to done, and we need this government administration. So we're going to get building. We're going to fix the economy. Really, we need to make these people economically prosperous, and right now they are making no money. Even though they employ 100,000 people, there's no money to be made. For now, we can get them to go back to manual labor. It's going to lead to less tool usage, less coal usage, less everything. And it's going to make them happy. Okay. Maybe that will even do better things. Bhutan wishes to enter an alliance with us. Where the hell are you? You're here. Why would I do that? No, you have no GDP. You have no GDP. What I would like to do is invite you to become my vassal, perhaps? But, and we could at least improve relationship with a lot of people here. Make these people like us. We have lots of influence, so we may as well spend it. The bonuses give us infamy decay, but we haven't done that much in the world stage. Insufficient agriculture. I mean, we can take their advice, even though it's kind of bad. Industrial boom, let's go. Okay. It's here. We got protectionism. It's my first time ever even considering trading in this game. So, I don't know what that's going to do for us. But I do know, can we actually export services? It doesn't look like we can. Let's look at our market. Goods with considerable potential for export. Minus 41% to the Russian market. Does that just work? Trade route for luxury clothes. I mean, that's pretty cool. Cool. And then export demand. Iron. Maximum productivity. I mean, that's cool. Are we making money now? And now we're ready to make mechanical tools. What is import demand? Furniture, clothes, wood, tobacco, liquor. I'm not ready to commit to any of those. We'll make whatever we need domestically. I just want to make bank on the things that we're exporting. The French market wants meat. So, like, that's cool. Do we have enough convoys? No, we need more convoys. Look at the shipping lanes here. Oh, we have 8 convoys. They have 1 billion. Holy crap. So that means that we need more shipyards now. And we can become a naval power. Very cool. So let's go ahead and make sure some of these shipyards are at the top of the list. Some of these coal mines are also required. Oh, we just lost a whole bunch of authority. Let's go ahead and decrease. Gonna get rid of the violent suppression. No, the road maintenance is important. Crap. Need the road maintenance back. Our capital region is desperate for it, I tell you. And actually, violent suppression, you're back. Political. Time for some railways, presumably. Railway transportation. And we also need to look into what mechanical tools. Furniture, tooling, and paper. So, buildings, urban. Let's have a quick peek. Tooling. Some of our smaller locations here. Why don't you start the transition? Because we do have steel mills, but they're doing like no production right now. And they may once things kick off. Actually, a lot of our industries are doing better now. Water tube boiler. Yeah, so we don't need this because hand assembly is fine. We like hand assembly. Merchant guilds, whatever. Privately owned, whatever. The protectionism gave merchant guilds a whole bunch of say in our country here. Does that help the steel production method out at all? Kind of balanced it out. I don't really care about you. Let's go more. Oh no, it's because it doesn't matter for you because you're not built yet. What about you? I still want steel to grow domestically here. So we look at steel mills. Profit, Conto. Not bad. We just have huge infrastructure problems. We always do. We always will. Perhaps, actually, that is a good reason to not go for the railway. Even though you'd think the railway would up... Actually, it might increase its stuff. It's going to be a different production method for the urban center. So, that's just transportation, though. It's not actually infrastructure. So, we need infrastructure. We also need more freaking... Oh, my God. We need more... Trade center. Cool. Privately owned trade centers. We need more government administration. They're all in standardized filing, unfortunately. What about... We have one other thing up our sleeve here. Ports. Cargo port. More convoys. I don't know where our convoys are listed, to be honest. But now we have a ton of them. It'll cost us more. Maybe it's time to go off of low taxation. Get into the positive. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Budgets. Let's start paying people as well. Go into the negative a little bit, but pay our people. That means that less starvation. Look at all this turmoil. Okay. I don't know what this is, what the turmoil is all about here. I do not know. Who is starving here? Someone's probably starving. Some people are struggling, don't get me wrong. Mostly the farmers. Some of the engineers as well. You're literally starving. Holy shite. Where do you work? Urban centers. Yeah, okay. So the problem is that our service industry is not really doing it for us. Because if we go to market and we check out the market price, see how the service industries, we have such a huge surplus? It's not good. What we might even consider doing is going to the urban center and like, this does more services. This does less services. Let's just give less services. And then wait for it. I do like the lit street lamps. I don't want to change that. So that did some stuff. Trade agreement. I don't know what that means, but let's try it. We're not in their market, but we do have the ability to trade with them. Are they exporting with us? Like, what export routes do we want to do? Really, that's the real question here. New export route. What do we want to do? New import route. Okay, weird buttons, weird flex. But British market is good for that. I mean, the fact that we can just do this. Oh, we have no convoys available. Holy crap. Oh, but we'll get convoys available from our industries. Holy crap, the dies. Yo, okay. This is cool, but when will I be afraid to miss doing it? Like, what if I do it at the wrong time? We do seem to have enough convoys, though. Is this gonna, like, make our country very productive? And then what about import? I mean, we make money on it, but I mean, we can try it. We're becoming a globalized economy here. Not good. Not good. Brunei. King. Alright, let's get cheap silks, baby. Now that is causing a ton of bureaucratic requirements. So, that's not good. But what did that do for our economy? I don't know yet. We'll see. Let's fix... I mean, we just have so much to do, as you can tell. This will probably be it for this episode, but, like, holy, I'm going to keep playing. It's just like, this is what it looks like. I'm just constantly playing max speed, seeing information, making what feels like decent decisions. Our country is industrializing, and I just want this number to keep going up. I want these numbers to all keep going up. Lowering the taxation did make a dent in the standard of living and sustainably bringing it up. The problem is that we have so many, like literally millions of radicals, and not many people love us. So that's a problem. Probably time to pass the next law now that people are chilling. Interventionalism, maybe? Who wants this? Peasants don't. Oh man, I was literally about to stop the video there, but like you can see what I'm talking about. Wealth voting would be a nice step towards good. Shogunate does not like it, but they wouldn't be radical. Wealth threshold for voting. This is... it's less authority. Rights of women is good. It's a good political step, but maybe the economic one is the first to focus on. Did we really want serfdom back in? That's crazy. Closed borders. What is this doing for us? Discriminated pops. I mean, this is not that bad. We should just do our political one, though, because, like, laissez-faire scares me. Loan interest rate, subsidize. Ooh. What about intervention, though? I'm scared. Just laissez-faire, disallowed by a couple of things. Loan interest rate reduction doesn't seem that good confirmed to. let's do this. Let's go, baby. All right. That's, I think, where we're going to end today's episode. I mean, maybe I'll just keep playing. I think I'll start a new one, though. We need... Holy crap. I almost did this without ending the... without freaking doing the video. We are desperate for more government administration. Holy smokes. Unfortunately, in the last 2 months, the leader of the Shogunate Party that was a market liberal is now a pacifist, which means that he's now not supporting our new laws, which is poopy. Also, they went from being super happy providing new investments to being not so happy. So that is not fun. But hey, the economy continues to grow. It's an economic miracle. And we continue to kind of right the ship. We do need to fix this whole tax waste thing. And yeah, the negative income that happened all of a sudden, not really sure what happened, but I'll tell you what it was. It was the Shogunate being super pro us and a couple other parties, and then that flipping. Shogun intervenes in political process. Enactment success, but we lose approval. No, we gotta do it. Let's go. Let's go, Shogun. Also, get out of the leadership party. I'd love to finish some of these things too. Like, Shogunate is not powerful and not part of government would be insanely good. But we were never able to do that. We also want to urbanize more of the country. It's kind of hard. Refining our production, building equal level 4 or greater. I mean, that's hard too. But I'd like to keep pushing on us getting, you know, our iron sorted out. Like, I'd like more iron production domestically. Maybe what I should do, actually, let's try this, is you steel tools, right? Boom, instantly, some of them aren't productive. Why? Not enough iron. Then we go trade routes and we say we desperately need iron, and we bring it in. And now iron floods the market. Why isn't it coming? Why isn't it coming? We want iron. Come. And also, this location here, we build this up. I should have built this up in anticipation of this event, but I didn't. So here we are. Yeah, you guys should flip. Get this government administration done. We need so much. We need to build. And we're kind of building too fast, because you can see our economy here. Look at that. Look at that chart and tell me something bad is happening. Because you know it is. Like, it's not good. What we're going to have to do, I guess, in the short term is maybe go back to reducing wages. And we could also up taxes. But I actually don't want to do that because our quality of life was improving. Things were going well. And then they weren't. And that sucks. And you know what? This is where I'll end the video. We did it. We got an interventionalism economy. Things are cool. People are pissed off. We might want to pass something to make some of these groups happy. Not sure what that could be. Perhaps... I hate these... Oh, poor laws. Yeah, I mean, that's gonna make the Shogunate radical, though. What about migration controls? That'll radicalize the peasants? Oh my god. Okay, well, maybe nothing's gonna make them happy then. But for now, that's not bad. I mean, life is okay. Our chart is still busted out the wazoo. We're still exporting a ton of stuff. Gold Rush! Western Australia. Mine. Spread the word, I think. No, wait. Mine. Because right now, we have closed migration, so nobody can even get here. Gold mine, let's go. Yo, what a great little cyst to have in the British here. Like, literally, New South Wales, don't matter, girl. I don't know how much we want to develop this location. I mean, it's not part of our main thing. You know, oh, can I just do this? Oh, that's so much better. Look at this. I love it. I love it. Oh, but you can't. Oh, no, this is good. I want this view for all my views. Look at this simplified view. How many hours are we in? Oh, we got the railroad. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.